Test. Hello. Test. Hello. Test. There we go.
Is right there. I think you just hop in. There we go.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I do have you turned all the way up, actually, from last time because you were super quiet last time. But it still sounds good, so
So, real quick, since we have 2 new players, we'll do quick introductions. Let's start from the top of voice chat and just work our way down. We'll skip me because I have my little blurb and you guys can read that.
did we lose someone? Are we still missing someone? Oh, I'm just an idiot and can't count. Never mind.
No, I was doing it earlier too. I was trying to count too.
I think you have first aid.
Oh, we're going down the list from.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Talking about our characters.
Just you. Just I'd like everyone at the table to have kind of an idea of who all they're playing with.
Okay. My name's Aiden. I'm from Brisbane, Australia. It is a Monday afternoon at 2 p.m. for me. It's probably a different time for everyone else. And
Probably
yeah,
now.
I've been playing D&D for
How's that?
I think it's coming up to 2 years. I've been into other role-playing games and tabletop games, but didn't really get into D&D until lately. I've played a few different campaigns. Most of them are homebrew though.
Love you.
And yeah, then started to DM for a few friends, and now I'm playing.
I'm DM Parapar. You guys can read my blurb. Yeah, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. We're gonna move on to Hex.
My name's Travis. I can go by Hex for online stuff, but yeah, I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. I've been playing D&D off and on for a couple of years now, mainly 3.5 edition and 5th edition, but been pretty fun so far on this one.
I am Steven, Conviction in Discord. I've been playing D&D off and on for basically ever. I DM sometimes. It's my first time to really play that's not like just a friend group type of thing. Yeah. Play a cleric. I'm cool.
My name's Amir. I was born in the San Francisco Bay Area, but I live in San Diego now, California. And let's see, I've been playing D&D. Well, I guess I kind of started when I was 12, but I don't know if you can call it playing. But yeah, I started playing 5th edition maybe 2 years ago after a long break from D&D, and yeah, when COVID happened, I started to binge a little bit, so that's what brought me here. I've played a couple other longer campaigns. I did Curse of Strahd and
Good.
Tomb of Annihilation,
I love you.
and some one-shots and some homebrew, and I've tried my hand at DMing, and I enjoyed that a lot, actually. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this module.
Awesome. I'm Ryan. I've been playing D&D for 23 years. I did my first game when I was 13. It was awful. Yeah, I am also actually living in the San Francisco Bay Area. I grew up on the East Coast of the United States, but here I am for work.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm actually living in Gilroy, so if you live in the United States and you like garlic, it was probably grown down the street from me. What else? I think that's probably about it. In game, I'm playing, I think I mentioned a half-orc fighter barbarian. I'm looking forward to playing with you guys.
Wonderful. So, since I managed to not kill you guys last time, I do apologize. We're gonna pick up where we dropped off from there. You guys had made it to the keep. You've gotten the battering ram back inside, and as you guys are in the keep, is there anything you guys want to do? Those of you who are here already.
If you don't mind, if we could just spend like 20 seconds recapping sort of the boilerplate options that we had. There was the barracks.
If you look in your notes and references, I have it all in your guys' session 2 player handout.
Yeah, I was just reading that one.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought there were what? I guess there's 4 here. Maybe there were just 4.
There
I think
was.
yeah.
There was the 5th one to repair the Sally port and stop the battering ram, and you guys did that at the end of last session.
Ah, that's right. Okay. I believe we had agreed to try to help the peasants or the unarmed folks first, and to leave the was it the tunnels? Where's the captain of the guard?
I think we're planning on doing the sanctuary, the tunnels, and then the mill.
I think that was correct. And we have 2 new people, so if they have opinions too, but
Yeah, I'd say people. Yeah, so it's a church, and there's people inside. Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
there was like some sort of, they called it a sanctuary, so maybe like some sort of small chapel. And I think
Okay.
that like the sort of the defenseless townspeople were huddled up in there. The captain of the guard with some guards went down to the tunnels to try to find more wounded, and apparently took the last healer. And then there's a governor and a captain of the guard who are sort of fighting in the keep, like infighting during the battle. The governor wants to rescue the people, but seems pretty incompetent in the way of warfare. The captain of the guard, or the sergeant, I should say, since the captain left, wants to secure the mill, which is their source of food. And I think as a party, we sort of agreed that it would be a real shame if we secured the mill and there was nobody to eat the food because the sanctuary was overrun and all the people were slaughtered.
Well, the keep would still need food.
We're in the keep.
Yeah, but the people here, do they have their own food? Or do they eat from the mill as well? I'm worried that it's like a save a few lives now or save many lives later situation.
That's a good question. I don't actually know the answer to that. I got the personal sense that this was more of like it feels to me more like a raid and less like a siege. This is just me talking as a player, like kind of meta. It felt very much like they're running around sacking the town rather than trying to like build a siege encampment to starve people out, which is why I personally wasn't too worried about the food, but certainly other people might feel differently.
I'm happy to go to the sanctuary.
Is anybody not happy to go to the sanctuary?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. As you guys are discussing things amongst yourself, you hear the guard on top of the gate. That gentleman yell that there's 2 people approaching. So Aiden and Amar, you guys have come into town. There's just been chaos everywhere, and you've managed to make it to the keep. You guys don't really know each other, so that's kind of where I'm going to drop you guys in at. Okay?
Yeah.
Should we describe ourselves?
Yep. Go for it, please.
You see a red-skinned hobgoblin, about 5 foot, roughly 5'4". Seems dressed in the outfit of the Order of the Gauntlet. So white cloak pinned with a silver gauntlet. Very seems to be clean light armor. Seems to have a few daggers and stuff and a bow, but doesn't look like he's a sort of front of the line fighter. And looks like he's seen a little bit of fighting over the years.
So my character is a stout halfling. He stands about 4 feet tall, a very stocky build, broad forehead, and dark penetrating eyes, and he wears kind of a perpetual scowl. Always looks a little grumpy, and as he walks, he has his hands clasped behind his back and kind of bends forward a bit, and carries a heavy pack with all kinds of things on it. And yeah, his clothes are they look old, weathered, and in his general appearance is sort of negligent and maybe even slovenly.
So I'll actually describe my character here. So at the top of the wall, you'd see a half-orc sort of in a huff rush over when the guard calls out, peering down, kind of shouting to arms. And you would see a fairly tall creature, about 6'2". And if you've seen a half-orc before, you'd know that he's tall compared to most other like humans and whatnot at 6'2", but certainly there are half orcs that would dominate him in size. If you could see his hands as he pointed, you'd see that they're kind of rough, almost scaly. And like many half orcs, he seems to be quite well built. I'm just going to finish reading this, but so I guess as you get to know him, I have Thaddeus comes across as calm for an orc on account of his upbringing with human merchant parents, but that demeanor ends if you manage to find your way onto his bad side. His upper body is covered in crude tattoos that look like they're beginning to fade, and some are difficult to make out against his grayish skin. One tattoo of particular prominence on his back is the sigil of, if you live in the Sword Coast or were brought up on the Sword Coast, you may recognize it as a sigil of a marine company called the Iron Princes. So these are sort of tattoos that cover his upper torso that I'm going to call them like prison tattoos, but they're from his time in this mercenary company.
Mm-hmm. Do we also see Cask and?
Yep, you see him as he runs up, or you see Joe who ran up, but I don't think you see anyone else. You just kind of see what you guys are describing to each other right now.
Sorry, I should have mentioned that. So my character's name is Thaddeus, but he goes by Joe.
Okay.
So you may hear me, just interchange those, but I apologize in advance.
So the gate is closed currently, right?
Yes, you guys are standing outside the gate. There's guards peering down at you. This half-orc just ran up yelling to arms.
I glance up at the guards and I raise my fist and I shout at the top of my breath, "In the name of Agma, open this gate."
Thaddeus looks like almost offended, but turns back toward the sergeant, sort of for orders.
Where are you guys coming from? You tell me where you're coming from.
We have been sent by the Order of the Gauntlet. Well, I have. I don't know
For
who this person is.
yourself. I eye him suspiciously. Say, I'm here of my own volition. I've just arrived from Neverwinter.
Well, you don't look like the other ones. And he turns and looks at Joe and he goes, "What do you think? Do you think they're all right? They could be spies."
Joe sort of shrugs his shoulders and says, "Well, I don't know. If they try anything, we'll just cut them up."
Fine. Open the gates. Let them in. And with that, you see and you hear them unbarring the gates from the other sides. They slowly creak open. You guys can still just see the damage that was done to the gate, even though they've hastily repaired what they could to secure it back up. And they let you guys into the keep.
What does the keep look like? Like, other than what we can see here, are people desperate, or are people relatively well armed, or?
So you can see that it seems like there's less guards than there should be for this keep. Just to clarify, out of game, you can see the map, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see that it seems like it's less guarded than it should be. Inside, you see that the kind of people of Greenest that are there, that the numbers are very small compared to what you would assume would be here. And you can feel the tension in the air. You see some of the guards kind of looking towards the governor, other ones looking towards the sergeant. And the air of despair is just thick and heavy here. You see what looks to be just some individuals who've turned around and fallen in battle, or who were injured, who are just now laying there over here. Just laying lined up there, dead. Like, just some on top of each other because they've started to run out of room. It's not looking great.
Can we hear fighting from other areas of this city?
So you guys can hear the dragon in the background flapping. You can hear the raids going on. You can hear people yelling and screaming in the distance, but nothing close enough for you to be able to put a visual to the sounds.
Can I step forward and examine the bodies and see what may have done them in?
Yeah, can you guys control your tokens? Just a really
No.
quick check.
I cannot.
Yeah, me neither.
Do me a favor and drag yours out for me.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, it's good now, I think.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys can move your tokens like in here and tell me what you're doing and things like that at any
Cool.
time.
Where did you say the bodies are?
Underneath that roof.
Okay, I'll walk over to the roof. Oh, sorry, this roof or this one? I didn't see. Oh, that one.
To the north.
Sorry. Yeah, I glance over. I walk over to the bodies and try to, without touching them, examine them. see what did the maid.
So, upon examining the bodies, go ahead and no, I'm not gonna make you roll. You can tell that all the bodies look like they've either died from like bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. It doesn't look like anyone has died from the dragon or like large attacks or things like that. As you poke through and kind of look, but like not touching, like you can see that there's some that looks like they might have had limbs crushed or something like that, but it's far less damage than you'd expect to come from a blue dragon.
I'll turn to the half orc and say, "What happened here?"
Some killing.
What
Paro,
was that?
I actually don't remember what we were fighting. I remember killing them
Kobolds?
with great justice, with all
Yeah.
kobolds, and then there were some cultists.
Correct. Yeah,
human
we ran into
cultists?
a handful.
Okay, so I would know kobolds, and I would tell them kobold filth, and some priesty-looking types.
Oh,
Kobolds. Kobolds, you say?
Well, kobolds and humans.
Did you not see
It's-
any on your way in?
we saw chaos. We saw people running, but
Hmm.
there's too much smoke and chaos to work out what was happening.
Uh.
I'm here to help in any way I can. Is there something I can do to help?
Teddy sort of narrows his eyes and says, "We're just about to go and look for more survivors. Make yourselves useful, maybe. Find some survivors. Bring them back here."
I think the sergeant.
Teddy will sort of like bite his tongue suddenly and look back to the sergeant, keenly aware that he's not the one giving orders here.
You see the sergeant kind of scoff a little bit and kind of roll his shoulders, kind of tensing up and trying to puff his chest out a little bit. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Did he say anything, Paro?
Yeah, did you not
Whatever you might have done didn't come through.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I said you see him turn around and kind of roll his shoulders back and kind of puff his chest out, and kind of scoff at you a little bit and kind of turn and just, act kind of full of himself. Did you guys hear it that time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll look at him a bit disdainfully, and I'll try to. So, does it look like there was mostly soldiers around, or is it civilians, or who's in here exactly?
So if you guys look, the ones that look like this,
It's gonna be a long night.
that represents a villager,
Let's see.
and that's going to represent a guard.
All right.
So did we?
Is there a?
Oh, go ahead.
Have we already started searching for? I'll ask the half orc. Where are you going out now? Where do you think the best place to look is?
We was about to head over to the sanctuary, but I ain't in charge here. Just trying to save what we can.
Test.
Also, as a DM reminder, because I forgot about it until I went through my notes, you guys did turn around and capture one of them, and he's tied up and gagged. You guys tied him up and gagged him right there.
That's right. When we ended, I think he was unconscious. So are we gonna say he's woken up? After
Yeah,
the raid?
he's woken up.
I think Thaddeus would have no interest in kind of be keenly ready to head out and search for people.
Should we let the mayor or whoever the noble is take care of this guy while we go rescue people?
You certainly can. Like, you guys can do whatever you want. This is your guys' story.
Yeah, I was asking them.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Is the thing conscious or unconscious?
he's currently conscious.
He's currently conscious. I turn to the half orc and ask, "Is he one of your friends?" Point to the thing.
Half-orc looks, Thaddeus looks very indignant, almost offended at the question. My friends don't get tied up.
Well, then what's he doing there?
He was one of the filth with the kobolds.
Have you interrogated him?
There ain't no time for that. We need to be rescuing villagers. Plenty more of them to interrogate out in the village.
Do you know why they attacked you?
Oh,
Well, this hardly seems the right way to go about it. And I'll approach the thing, and I'll look into its eyes, and I'll ask it, "Do you speak common?"
Yes, I speak common. Or
Sorry, they're gagged.
I pull out the gag.
yes, I speak common.
Who sent you?
What does it matter to you?
I punch him.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, and like they kind of like she rolls her like tongue in her mouth and like spits out blood, and just kind of glares back at you, shooting daggers.
Oh, you're so tough. Hitting me while I'm tied up.
And I'm just softening you up.
Hitting her is
No,
not going to
listen.
help. What's your name? My name's Riord.
Tatiana.
Tathiana?
Tatiana.
Tatiana. Where are you from?
A little village north of Waterdeep.
I'm from north of Waterdeep as well.
Mm.
Funny how people grow up so close and end up never meeting.
Yeah, it's just completely out there, and look at us now, just chatting it up like old friends.
So why are you fighting?
To earn my place, why are you fighting?
Because it's the right thing to do.
Ah, right and wrong. Do tell me more.
Well, I would say it's a wrong thing to do to march into a city and wipe out a number of its civilians. Wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't.
What would you think a wrong thing to do would be?
I think it would be wrong to not take what is required for those we worship.
Who do you worship?
Oh, you'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, but can I find out now?
Ah, but see, that's the thing with bargaining. You have to have something that I want and I value.
Well, you know my name. I know yours. We're getting friends now. I'll tell you who I worship if you tell me who you worship.
But me knowing who you worship has no value to me. Because there's only one true path and you're not on it.
Maybe I'd like to be on it.
Oh, I think that you have too skewed of a worldview to really understand what it is that you want.
And what do you want?
Hmm. I want to earn my place.
What is your place? What would you like it to be?
What would I like it to be? I would love to be a dragon claw.
What's a dragon claw?
Not me. It is the rank higher than me.
What's your rank?
I'm just a lowly initiative.
And how do you become a dragon claw?
By showing your devotion.
Have you known anyone who's become a dragon claw?
Oh, just a few. You'll see them. They have the masks on.
Oh. What mask?
The mark of a dragon claw.
Oh. And if I gave you one of these masks, would it be of benefit to you?
No, because you have to earn it. It's not something that can just simply be given.
So how do you earn it?
By showing your true devotion.
What do you need to do that?
Oh my god.
How do you show the one you worship your true devotion?
I employ her strategies wherever I can.
And can I have you guys roll a perception check for me?
I'm gonna
All right.
try to examine her, see if there are any markings on her that I recognize also.
Okay. So, all of you guys, except for Joe, who's not interested anyway, because he wants to go save people, notice that she seems to be doing something with her tongue in her mouth as she's humming, like she's thinking.
Hmm.
You have something to say, spit it out now.
No, she's gonna kill herself, I think.
Instead, you see her swallow, and she
I'll
just
grab.
kind of smirks at all of you.
Can I Heimlich?
Thank God.
Go for it.
Medicine check?
Yes, please. Oh yeah, you managed to get it right in time, right there, and a leaf wrapped in a very small string, like it's a leaf folded into a square tied with a very small string, shoots out of her mouth and lands in the dirt in front of you, and you see her just start like cursing and like screaming at you guys.
Tatiana, you'll never become a dragon claw by doing that.
You have no idea what I will and will not become. I in the next world would have been. You're taking it from me. Give it back to me now. Now!
No. Now I have something that you want. Tell me who you worship and you might get it back.
The dragon.
The dragons.
All of them.
Yeah.
The ones that are important.
Hmm. The dragon that's above us?
He is an aid to our cause, yes.
What's his name?
I'm not important enough to know that.
Oh. Do you know any of the dragon's name?
Only the important ones.
Would you tell me if I give you this back?
No, I'd rather die before I tell you anything else.
Hmm. It's a shame.
Thaddeus leans over and whispers, "Should we kill her?"
I don't think we should kill her. She wants to die. I think keeping her alive and keeping her locked up will be more of a punishment than punching her in the face will ever be. Keep her here until we get back, and maybe the time in captivity will have changed her point of view.
Joe thinks on this for a minute, and you can see that he actually understands this.
Okay.
Take her honor. Yes.
Keep the leaf thing away from her, and check to see that she doesn't have any more ferreted in any pockets.
As you guys say that, one of the guards comes up and like starts patting her down, like, and just kind of nods at you.
So you said there were some people trapped. Can we go lend aid?
Probably could go do that now.
I turn to the hobgoblin and say, "You were right to call me out. I lost my temper.
It's all right.
It was
That's
not
what I'm
my
here for.
finest. So it would seem, but that remains to be seen. I
Spend
eye him suspiciously.
spend enough time around soldiers, and more than a few of them will lose their temper.
Did we get directions to the sanctuary
Well-
before we left?
My name is Odin, by the way. What may I call you?
I am Riod.
Rio.
I am Carmen.
I'm
Carmen.
Cask.
I see. What brought all of you here?
A very strange letter.
The letter.
It's supposed to be guards on.
A ladder,
Supply
you
drip.
say? A ladder? How could a ladder bring you here?
Letter.
A
Paid with
letter.
words.
I see. Oh, what was this letter you speak of?
We were guarding a caravan until it got to get here, and we got here, and everything was on fire. Is the gist.
No.
So now we are helping, because that's what good people do. Oh, that fucking
Yes.
apple cider.
Well,
So
it
it's
sounds
easy.
Oh,
like
Jesus.
the more the merrier. You said there was a sanctuary. Do you know where it is?
No, I didn't know if we got directions before we left the compound.
You guys can say you went ahead and got directions. So you can see that the keep sits kind of on a hill here. They turned around and brought you up on the walls, and they pointed over here.
While we're learning about the city on the walls, can we also just ask where the barracks, like the other points of interest, are the barracks and the mill?
Yeah, of course. So they tell you the barracks is up here.
Mhm.
And that is protected by a small stone wall.
Mhm.
And that the mill is over here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And what of the tunnel entrance?
It's inside the keep.
Oh,
okay.
inside the actual keep. Okay.
Yes,
Do we know where the tunnel goes? Is it like...
It said the barracks, didn't it?
Supposedly, it goes to the barracks, but it hasn't been used in a long time. And originally, it was set up for the keep, for them to be able to get water, but it was later also converted into part of the village town's sewage system.
It sounds like it'll be pleasant. Maybe once we're done here, we can actually go to the barracks through the tunnel. Save some time and try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
As we're walking, I
Why we
turn.
kill birds?
As we're walking, I turn to a member of the party and ask, "Are the soldiers back there? Are they really as incompetent as they look?"
They kind of struggle with an easy meal.
No. These are dark days indeed. Dark
There was a
days.
sergeant, and someone mentioned a noble. Who are they?
The mayor, I think, is what he was.
Ah,
The mayor.
They were related. Cousins
course.
or something. They're marrying each other's sisters. I didn't get the gist of it.
Nepotism is rife here.
Thaddeus will sort of set off. Paro, can you tell us about like the interface here? Would it be like what do we see on the walls? Is my thought process is that Thaddeus would want to like if it looks like the villagers in trouble, he'd want to go along the roads for a better chance at saving villagers.
Okay, not a problem. Yeah, I can give you the answers to that. Like, I just kind of wait for you guys to tell me. So, when you guys are standing on the wall out of the hill, you can kind of see out and kind of see the vast majority of everything that you guys see here. Now, in all of that, you guys have seen running, chaos. It looks like the hardest thing to tell is that the raiding party seems to be also catching buildings on fire when they're done with them. So there's a lot of smoke and fire in the area. You guys see the blue dragon. He's flying above you. Like he makes some swoops and things like that. But you don't see him actually ever use his breath attack or, crush anything or actually doing anything except just kind of flying around. But between the smoke and everything else, it's kind of hard to really pinpoint where or if there is anyone around. You do hear just the sounds of screaming, fighting, all of that. Do you guys have Sirenscape up by chance?
I do.
I do, yes.
Positive.
I do not, but I will try to bring it up now.
So I just kind of changed as you guys are leaving and things like that, and you're out in the open. This is more of what you're hearing. You're hearing just hoofs, people screaming, fire, just fighting in the background. The sounds of kobolds screaming, the sounds of people screaming. You can smell lingering in the air the scent of the burning buildings along with burning corpses. It's just very overwhelming, especially with the dragon flying above you.
doesn't look like we can do anything for those corpses. Let's head through the streets in case we bump into anyone running. Maybe we can lend aid.
Alright.
Aye.
Are we going to take
Straight
the
on.
long way or the short way? Because there's 2 ways to go. You can go the long way around, up and around, or just head through the back to the east.
Sure, it'd probably be better than go around long way to come back.
Jesus.
Thaddeus is just gonna like pivot on his heels. He was already halfway down this road, and okay, and sort of make his way down toward whichever road he sees first, which I guess will be this one.
Is this a nice sloping hill or is this like a cliff type of like?
It's a nice sloping hill.
Okay.
Do we encounter anything along the way? I think Thaddeus would be happy to just kind of be charging out in front, not really. I wouldn't say throwing caution to the wind. I mean, it's more of like a battle scenario. So he'd be keeping his eyes peeled, but certainly trying to make haste.
So as you guys get closer to things, I'm gonna reveal them on the map. Like you can probably see now. I just revealed the 2 tokens right there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are soldiers?
Yeah, I'm gonna. As you guys get closer to the road, you see 2 soldiers, and it looks like they're out with their spears and they're falling back. Like it looks like something is coming at them, and they're taking kind of a defensive stand.
Thaddeus will run up and place like a hand on one of their backs. Say, "Ho!" And
Okay, and
inquires
as you
why
do
what
that,
they're retreating from.
Soldiers, get
As-
back to the keep. We'll cover you.
and as you guys get closer, you can see a small group of kobolds that are charging at them. You can see the corpses of about 8 other kobolds laying dead behind them, and you can see the blood dripping off the spears of the guards. They look like they're in fairly rough shape. As you tell them to run back to the keep, they turn around and they just kind of fall behind you for a second, holding up their hand, kind of signaling to you that they need a second before they'll be able to run.
Okay.
All right.
I guess Joe
Are
will
we
be
in? Are we
stepping
in
forward to
initiative?
cover them.
So at this point in time, can I get you guys to roll for initiative? Please make sure you select your token when you roll.
Glad you said that. I very nearly did not do that.
Okay, tell me what you guys do.
Who's up first? Oh, a bunch of us got all the same. Um, I will pull out my bow, knock an arrow, and aim for one of the kobolds, probably one of the closer ones.
Okay, you hit.
And
Tell me how you take him down.
oh, that kills him.
Yes.
I'd try and make it quick. Center of mass. Just trying to make him run straight into it. Then do I get a bonus action thingy? Right? Is that level 2?
You should be level 2, and if you're not.
Oh, okay. I think I'm only level 1. I'll level myself up while other people go.
Okay, not a problem.
Cunning action is a level 2 ability. If you were trying to.
Yeah. So as a cunning action, I'd just try and maybe dash over to some building to get some cover. Maybe. Is this place on fire?
We'll say it's not.
Okay. Are the doors and windows open?
Say again.
Are the doors? Is there a door open or?
Oh,
Is
it's
there a
been
window
kicked in. It's been kicked in, and the windows have been shattered.
Can I jump inside and then try and find a window inside that I can shoot from?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Are you literally jumping inside, or are you just kind of going inside?
Going inside.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify. So yeah, you're able to get up a decent defensive position with 3/4 cover.
Okay. Thank you.
Do these kobolds look as though they have ranged weapons?
As you look over them, you see that they all have slings, kind of hanging off their belts on their side.
Sanamore. Alright, how do I get the distance? Oh, that's quite far. Thaddeus is going to drop prone, and I'll use my dodge action. And he'll yell out, "Slings, take cover!"
Oh, okay.
Okay. And you're going to see the kobolds. They're going to move up a little bit, but not like super close to you guys.
8320.
Is the scale of the map accurate?
I think it's off a little bit, but this is how Roll20 says it should be, along with Wizards of the Coast, but I think it is off like a little bit. So generally, I just have everyone go by what the arrows say.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
But I do think, hold on, I'll find out.
It's not that important. I was wondering.
It might be realistic for like a medieval village.
It is exactly according to the, if you look in the bottom
Oh.
right-hand corner where it says 100 feet, if you measure that out, it's almost 110. So it's like 10-ish feet off, like depending on how you look at it. If you're saying the tip of the arrow is the end, which it should be, or if you say the back of the arrow is, it's like it's off a little bit, but not too much. But like, yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see. It's like right to the tip of the arrow.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like 0.10 off.
Got it.
I think the biggest problem is that our tokens are 20 feet across.
It's
Yeah, but if I make them much smaller, it makes everything
Yeah.
impossible to see.
yeah.
It's all good.
So like I said, it ends up being a little off, but for the most part, I'll let you guys know on like overworld maps like this when we're in combat, if you're generally rather close to your movement speed or swimming speed or whichever speed you're using, like if your movement speed is 30 and it's like 31.9 or 32.4, I'll just say that's 30 feet. Does that work for everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so the kobolds are going to move up right about there from you guys. And you're going to see them pull out their slings. And they're going to let loose a volley of them. As a volley is all three of them going. Also, can you guys do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
So,
If you click at the bottom right hand side, it says as. If you can change that to your character token for me, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Just because that helps me remember who everyone is.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joe, the first attack is gonna come at you with a 13 to hit bludgeoning, which I believe misses you.
That is correct. It'd be
And-
AC 15, and they'd have disadvantage.
Okay. Then the next one's going to come at you, I believe, Hex. And it's going to be 9, which I'm pretty sure also misses.
Yeah, that definitely misses.
And the last one is going to be coming at you, Aiden. And it is a 23 on his
Yeah.
initial, but because you're behind, but because you're behind at 3/4 cover, with disadvantage, he actually only rolls a 19. Does that hit you?
My armor class is 13, so 3/4 cover is at +5.
Yeah, so it just barely
Okay,
hits you
yeah,
then, right?
that barely hits. Yeah, just a peek out.
Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna get you for 5 bludgeoning,
Okay.
and that's gonna end their turns.
Okay. So I move within range. I point at this one. I call out to him and say, I would run over there and punch you, but you look too frail to take a good beating anyway. And I cast Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, that go ahead and hits, and he's gonna be bloodied, and he's looking pretty worse for wear.
And I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to hide behind this building. If I can. Do I have enough movement to break line of sight?
Yeah, I'll say you will.
Alright. That's my turn.
Okay, Cask, you're up.
All right, I'm going to step up a little bit. That should put me in range of the one right in front. Not just a little further. That should put me in range of the one right in front of me. I'm gonna reach back, pull a little twig off the moss growing on my back, and as I whip it out, I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip, trying to hit him. Uh, 8.
It's not gonna hit, unfortunately.
Sorry,
And-
so the one I hit has disadvantage on its next attack, right? Is that right?
So, would any of your guys' characters have fought kobolds in the past, possibly?
Like 2 hours ago.
But like, would any of your guys know
History,
a
no.
lot about kobolds?
No, I can try rolling the history check, but I'm not sure.
Go ahead and roll history for me.
Yeah, probably not then.
No. Okay. Then we'll continue as normal. And yes, he does have disadvantage next.
Got it. Cool.
That'll end my turn as well.
Okay, you're up.
All right, so I'm just gonna pull out my light crossbow that's done so well for me so far this last day, and I'm gonna shoot the one that's the bottom one, the one the closest to the south. Right here. 12 hit?
So that's going to be a glancing, and he's going to take half damage rolled up to your advantage. So he's bloodied, and he's looking a little rough too.
All right, big guy, go in there and start punching stuff. That is my turn.
Okay, back to you.
Can I move, sort of get down, try and sort of lose them, like hide, and then jump to a different window and take a shot?
Sure.
Roll to hide so I get my sneak attack.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Light crossbow, not a finesse weapon?
That's to hide. Oh, that's really good. And then I'll go for the middle one. This one. sorry. I thought I had to click it twice, but I didn't. Does an 11 hit?
It just barely misses.
Oh.
Like you're legitimately just like whiffs just right past his ear, close enough that he can feel it, and lands in the house right behind him.
I'll curse and get back down. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Joe, you're up.
I don't think I can reasonably reach them yet. So Joe's going to spend half of his move to stand, so all 15 feet remaining. And you see him grab at a butcher's cleaver that he keeps sort of strung to his belt and just rip it off and just hurl it forward at, let's say, this guy, the one on the bottom. This one.
Okay.
$21 for 9 slashing.
Yeah, tell me how you take him down.
The butcher's cleaver just sails like straight into his abdomen, and despite the fact that butcher's cleavers are typically not super sharp, this one appears to have been like field sharpened and just parts the scales and buries itself deep. Kobold just falls over without really making too much of a sound other than a gurgle. And then let's see where I can move here. Probably not far. Actually, I'm going to move backwards a little bit and just drop prone again.
Okay. Okay. So the one in the center, he's gonna ready his sling again. He's gonna take another shot with his sling at you, Hex.
All right.
And he whiffs it. The rock just kind of goes long and like lands like on the roof of the house that Aiden's hiding in, and just kind of tumbles down, and he's kind of curses. The other one's gonna run up towards you, dropping a sling and pulling out a dagger, and he's gonna lunge at you with a dagger.
All right. Before he has the chance to get that close to me, though, my Halo of Spores should activate as a reaction when he gets within 10 feet.
Okay. Tell me how you take him down.
You just see him, as he gets closer, just slowly slow down and just grab his throat and, foaming at the mouth, just falls over. Poisoned.
Okay, and that's going to conclude their turn.
Gonna look at the last one and do another vicious mockery.
Yep, you hit him, and he looks bloody.
Yeah, and I'll go back to my hiding spot.
Why you say so many mean things to me? Why?
Okay, Cask, you're back up.
All right. He's just gonna run up on the last kobold, seeing that the other ones are down. And he's feeling a little hungry. He's gonna try and bite him with the primal savagery. One damage, acid damage.
Yeah, so you hit him, and he looks hurt. He looks like he's on death's door, and he kind of looks behind him like he's getting ready to run. Um, oh, sorry, that was the end of your turn. Yes.
Yeah, that's the end of mine.
All right, so I'll take aim and I'll fire one more time, hoping just to kill the last one.
Tell me how you take him down.
Just like the last two, I aim right for one of his eyes and just goes through, and just you see the crossbow bolt clink behind him somewhere.
Yeah, you hit him, and you actually, it just goes right through, and he just kind of falls down with a gasp.
Jesus.
Sorry, I'm moving things from a couple layers. So as you guys kill them, you see out of that house come a woman and a small child. They kind of like poke their head out and kind of look at you guys and look at the kobolds, and they kind of start to like panic and go to run back inside.
I'll call out from the house. It's okay. They're not going to hurt you. These guards can take you straight into the keep. You'll be safe there.
They just kind of poke their head out and they look at you guys, and then you see them just kind of starting to run down the street, the way the guards are. You see both of the guards nod at you, and kind of, they're hurting, but they're trying to look strong for the lady and her kid, and they start to like move towards the hill. Okay, and you guys have finished your first thing of combat. And tell me which direction you guys want to go from here.
Do you want to go this way, take a right, and then hit the long row, and then head south?
Okay.
Yeah, so Thaddeus will stand up and just continue sort of the dead sprint down toward the sanctuary.
Okay, when you guys get right about, you see this group of individuals actually entering the bottom road right there, and kind of, you guys kind of bump into each other at like the same time. As you guys are coming down, they're coming in, and they just kind of stare at you like confused. And it seems like they just weren't expecting you guys. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So they're kind of caught off guard, and you hear one of the ones in the back. He's a slightly lanky human, and he goes, Who are you? What are you doing? Are you
We're working for the
villagers?
We're working for the Dragon Claw. Get out of our way.
Roll persuasion or intimidation.
Or deception.
Or deception, I'll take that too.
It should be deception
I'm
because
better
he's
for
lying his
intimidation.
ass off.
Go with that one. Oh,
So you see one of them whistle, and as he whistles, the drake next to him kind of falls back, and he falls back too.
Thaddeus looks like super confused and leans over and says, "We're not working for the Dragon Claw."
we're not. but it gets them out of our way.
See like a light come on in his eyes. Ah.
Wait,
Yeah,
What?
they-
What did you say? What did you say to them?
I said we're working for the Dragon Claw. That's what Tatiana said she was doing.
You said we're working for the dragon's mom?
Dragon Claw.
Oh, Dragon Claw.
Apparently it's a rank.
Rank. You don't. They must not be very bright then. By the look of us, at least.
I think
We
you
don't
were so
necess-
convincing that like Thaddeus inherently mistrusts you and believes that you're actually working for the Dragon Claw for now. Sort of keeping his eye on you.
That's a pity they
Really?
ran. I wouldn't mind blooding them up a bit.
they've
Okay.
just kind of parted ways, and like they're just kind of waiting there, like looking at you guys, like looking nervous. And you hear the one like that had talked, the lanky one. He's like, "Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Like we're out of your way. Just you guys do what you need to do. We understand. We don't want to get in your ways or one of the Dragon Claw's ways."
Thank you. Continue.
Run forward.
At some point during this, after seeing what just happened, Cass kind of nudges Carmen and go, "Mask found, put on."
Oh,
As we leave, I turn around and flip them the bird.
oh, Jesus Christ, who's that guy?
They look absolutely shocked and like so they're just horribly confused by everything that's going on right now.
That makes 6 of us.
I still think we should have taught them a lesson. Who knows where they'll go now? Who knows who they might kill?
They'll probably spend the next hour or so raiding houses for goodies. We don't care about material possessions. We're trying to save some people.
Who's to say they won't kill anyone?
Well, we stopped killing someone today. We just avoided murders. So
Yes,
we can't control what they do,
we can.
but
If
we can control what we do.
We can control what they do if we teach them a lesson.
I love it. I love the conversation. So let me know when you guys get to right about.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna run forward.
Okay.
I'm like
So-
inching along because I'm waiting for you
so-
to stop us.
Oh yeah, no, like so when you guys get right about there, you guys turn around and see. Also, as a side note, if I'm being quiet while you guys are talking, it's because I'm trying to give you guys the opportunity to RP.
Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Not a problem. It's just I don't want you guys to think that I'm not attentive and I'm not listening. I just
Yeah.
want you guys to build your relationships, and I don't want to kind of interrupt you.
Yeah, it's always a little awkward at first, but we need that space, I think. So it's all good.
So when you guys get to right about there, you can see just around the corner that.
Well, that's unfortunate.
And can you guys who are like trying to look and see, can you roll me a perception? Okay, everyone who rolled a 16 or higher sees that gentleman and his mask. And he seems to be yelling and barking orders, and he just seems like just really just angry about everything. Like he's just kind of go.
You over there, Hurry up and try to get through that window. And you, what are you doing? Get over here with that. If we have to, we'll burn them out.
Okay, so that's what's at the front door. Is there a back door?
So conviction, when you move between the houses, you see that. You see, it looks like there's some kobolds milling around the short stone wall and like out of the forest, and you hear them all talking to somebody.
What do you want us to do now, boss? What do you want us to do now? What do we do? What do we do? We want the monies. We like the monies.
So it looks like there's some towards the back too. I can't tell how many, but I see 3.
Exchange glances with the party and roll up my sleeve.
Oh Jesus, what's he gonna do?
Just so we're clear, Par, we took a short rest after the, like during the keep. When we were in the keep, right?
Yeah, you guys finished up with a battering ram and took a short rest.
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just confirming. I was flipping through my notes from last session. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
So we have a dragon claw mask, right, from the guy who was trying to get into the keep that we killed.
Yes, you do, and I believe one of you said you put it on.
Yeah, I thought guy told me to put it on, so I put it on.
Okay, so Carmen's got it.
If somebody else wants it, I'll give it to him. But he said put on, so I put it on.
I can maybe have a try at this. It's not my first time in a costume.
Don't get yourself killed.
And who am I giving it to? Who wants
The
it?
halfling.
Sounds like the halfling.
Avoid the big guy. He'll
Okay,
know
so-
who isn't supposed to be here.
Okay, so I step forward and say, "You, what are you doing here?"
Are you talking
I'm
to the
worried-
kobold right there?
No, I'm talking to this guy.
I think he's
Wearing the
yelling to the
mask.
dragon guy.
Yeah, the mask guy.
Oh, brother. Oh. You know, we're going through with the plan. You know, before we laid everything out, we said that there was a lot of gold. A lot of gold to turn around and bring great honor to us. I have led this group to take it all. Where's your group? How's your raiding going, brother?
We tell him, "We've taken heavy casualties. They're counterattacking from the west. We need your men."
All of them?
Yes, all of them. This is dire. This is a matter of success or failure.
On whose orders?
That's none of your concern. We don't have time to argue.
Well, I mean, probably should give
This
my
is
name.
dire.
Give me a either intimidation, persuasion, or deception roll.
He doesn't know how to do this. That's annoying.
Okay, so he kind of like he looks really hesitant. He looks really confused, and like everyone's kind of stopped, and you see him kind of look a little just torn, but he buys it, and he turns around and he tells you guys,
Okay, make way on the road so we can turn around and get over there. Are you going to stay and watch the sanctuary and make sure nobody gets out?
Yes, we will.
Okay.
You are relieved.
and yeah, as you guys do that, I'm not going to actually line them all up and move them all across the road because that's going to take way too long. But you see this whole group kind of fall in behind him and just kind of march past you, headed towards just down this road until they're out of sight.
As one of the kobolds pass me by, I'm going to whisper to him in Draconic and just go, "Careful, Softy's taking all gold, not leaving any for Lizard. Or Scaly."
He kind of falls out of the marching order and like stands there for a second.
I know, right? Like, all these soft skins always taking all the gold. Oh, carry this. Oh, move this. Oh, do this. Oh, if it wasn't for the silver, I would not be doing this. But you know I like the silver. It makes me happy.
You know a lot more Scalies here than Softies. Maybe when they don't look, you take gold from them.
Oh, I like the way you think. Maybe I will.
And then I'll just kind of nod at him, trying to get him to go back in line.
He nods back and he just kind of falls back in line.
Oh, I think you moved me also. Was that intentional?
No,
Oh,
I accidentally got you when I was moving them to a different layer.
No worries, it's all good. Got kind of scared there. Oh.
You died. The power of the mass took you. So they all kind of go and they just kind of vanish. Now, I do want to remind everyone real quick that I don't believe in static maps. I am constantly moving tokens on the maps as you guys interact with the world. So just because they vanished off your side doesn't mean they're gone.
Okay.
They're still somewhere out there on the map. So be cautious that you guys essentially sent a giant army to the other side of town.
Towards the keep.
Yes.
Where we go next.
Well, I don't know how long they'll be diverted for. We probably don't have much time, but I think we should investigate this building.
They've probably trapped it so the people can't get out. Do you want me to have a look?
Yes,
Okay.
after you.
So as you guys approach the building, you realize that it looks like it's actually barred up from the inside.
I
Like-
take my mask off also.
Are there any windows?
There are, but they're all boarded up from the inside. Like, it looks like they've, taken anything that was of, at all that they could board things up with, and just it's all boarded up from the inside. And you can hear, if you listen really close, some whimpering and possibly some chattering going on.
What were the sergeant and governor's names?
Was it? I don't know. If
The
we ever got
governor
the-
was Governor Nighthill, I believe.
I think that asshole's kind of shout through the door. Open up! Governor Nighthill sent us. We are here to escort you to safety. He sort of gets impatient and starts banging on the door.
What
You'll
proof
scare
do
them.
you have?
Then he sort of turns around to the party and says, "What proof do we have?"
Did
We have no proof except for the fact that we're not them. I'll turn to the door and yell out as loud as I can. This is your only chance to leave. They'll be coming back any moment. We've distracted them.
Fine, I'll let you in.
So you hear like things being moved and shifting, and a old man in just robes kind of cracks the door a little bit and looks out at you, and he goes, "He sent you?"
Thank you,
Nobody
sir.
sent me. The guards were overwhelmed. But the fact that I'm standing before you now is nothing fear of divine providence. Now, can we please come in?
Fine. And he opens and lets you guys into the sanctuary. When you guys enter, you see a lot of villagers. Probably about, we'll say, 30-ish, along with the old man. In the center of the sanctuary is a large golden statue, and you see that it looks like they've been trying to hide as like various gold and like religious things under the floorboards.
What religion is it? What god is it? Can I have a look?
Okay, so I'm gonna add. Is there a religion in 5th edition, or is that? Yeah. Can you roll that for me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you want everybody to roll or just those two?
Just people who are trying to figure it out, and let me just double check and make sure that they don't actually have one specified before I just pull. Oddly enough, no one has ever asked that before.
The only thing that matters is that it's made of gold.
Do you want to be a rogue?
So you guys are going to look upon this statue and realize that it's a statue of Marjorie.
Who's Marjorie? Hello?
Hold on, I'm getting you guys a link.
Oh, no worries. I don't think there's any way we can move all this gold.
Are we supposed to, or are we supposed to save their lives?
The lives matter more.
What is the building? How is it constructed?
Okay.
So it looks like it's a mixture of mainly stone on the outside with a thatch roof, and mainly wooden inside.
And I mean, just to
that's
like,
wrong, 'cause it's a
are we
dragon.
talking when you said they're trying to hide like a bunch of wealth? Like how much? Like, is this like a king's bounty kind of a thing? There's a lot of money here, or is this like just the baubles of the peasants kind of a thing?
There's, I would say, it's a generous amount of wealth for a small church in the area. It's a generous amount, excluding the statue. And I did post a link in notes and references.
Addis is going to turn to the party and suggest that we burn the building. He'll say, We should torch this place after we get the villagers on the road.
To torch it?
Why?
No, it's taken generations to turn around and get this.
The enemies have been torching buildings that they've looted. If we do not torch it, your valuables will be taken. You can rebuild wood. Can you recover all of your wealth?
You see they look a little uncomfortable, but like, and they're kind of whispering amongst yourselves and like kind of glancing and looking like between you and the old man, and he just seems really torn.
And then Thaddeus will add, like, toward more of the party. We convinced them that we were one of them. They would expect us to burn the building once we've looted it, I think.
Unfortunately, you're probably right.
It is a good plan. Shall we? So they're putting them beneath the floorboards. Are there pews or something? Can I smash them up with my crowbar and try and like put a pile of stuff on top of them so it won't burn through and just reveal them?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. I don't know how to do a crowbar check. It says it doubles your strength. Or no, it gives advantage to strength checks. So okay.
These pews didn't stand a chance.
Yeah. You just start crushing those pews, crushing them hardcore.
Okay.
Also, just as a quick side note, right there we're gonna crush the pews, and we're gonna stop before we start moving forward with the story again for our break in the middle. It's up to you guys if you want to take 5, 10, or 15 minutes.
I'm good with any of those.
Yeah, same.
10?
Yeah, I think 10's probably good for me.
Okay,
Sure.
so I'll see you guys back in 10.
Just want to point out
Okay.
that it's session 2 and our rogue is already smashing up a church.
I mean, it happens.
I presume they're already doing a little bit of it to we're burning it down. I wasn't the first one to suggest that, but
Alright, I'm AFK for 10.
Okay.
you then.
And I hope you guys don't mind. I pulled that deity from the Dragonlance universe. I just kind of throw all the gods into it, so they're all kind of there.
That's cool.
Sounds good.
I do that when I DM also, actually. It's fine.
Okay, I'll see you guys in 10.
Alright, see you soon.
Hello, hello. Just let me know when you guys are back.
I'm back.
And back.
I am back as well. Oh, I am back as well.
Thrombo, do we have you? Okay, we'll wait for him. Are you guys having fun so far?
Yeah, this is fun.
I am.
Really enjoying it.
It's really good. I attended a session 0 for Tyranny of Dragons before COVID hit, and it very quickly. I very quickly realized that it was not going to be a very good group. Within about 30 minutes, one of the players started a massive rules argument with the DM that persisted for the rest of the session.
What was it about?
It was about like I don't know. It was we did like an example scenario, and this guy was just absolutely sure that we would have seen something well before it happened and all this stuff. And it was, I don't even remember exactly what the argument ended up being about, but it was just quite a lot.
It's unfortunate. I mean, it's really rare to find a group that doesn't have a problem player. I mean, you kind of just have to hope that in that situation the DM will get rid of the person who's causing issues.
I think it was difficult too because 3 people had. There were 6 players. One of them was a very close friend of the DM who lived with the DM, so he was absolutely supporting the DM. There were 3 new players, and it was my first ever game, and I was sitting there with these other 2 people, just like, oh, this is awkward. We don't even know what they're talking about. And then there's this other guy. And a guy who ended up leaving, basically because of the argument. And I was like, yeah, this is not going to last.
Oh,
It was a shame.
It's. I mean, you dodged a bullet in a way because it's better to find out sooner, I think. The worst is when it starts out small and then keeps building and building.
And this is why I always tell you guys, if there's anything you're not happy about with the game, please let me know. That way I can turn around and try to help everyone to make everyone enjoy the game, because I just want us to have fun telling a story together.
Yeah. Same. I mean, I'm of the opinion that the DM always has the final say, and the DM is always right. Like, and you know,
And
the
people-
rules are always going to be different from DM to DM, so
Yeah.
it's
And-
not a big deal.
Like, people don't spend their free time going, you know what, today I want to have an argument. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have, to be fair, like I have read the player's handbook because I was bored, but it's not. Yeah, like it's not about the rules.
That's
The
not,
I
rules are
suffer-
just a means to an end.
Yeah, and I suffer from edition confusion sometimes because I've been doing this for so long. I actually don't get to play that often.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh.
like, and it will be one of those where, like, just even right now, I'm finishing up Pathfinder 2nd Edition games, and it's a, wait, is that Pathfinder or is that 5th Edition?
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes too, particularly with spells.
But yeah, no, I'm always here for you guys. I'm always here to listen to anything that you guys aren't happy with or anything like that. Like I said, my goal is for us to tell a story. Thrombo, are you back?
Yeah, I've been back. I said I was back. I think I said I was
Oh,
back. Then.
I didn't hear you. Yeah, I didn't hear you. Okay, so then let's go ahead and pick back up. So you see them scrambling. They're trying to get as much under there. There's this crazy guy with a crowbar just running around smashing everything.
I would ask them.
Do we really
I
need
know,
to burn
just-
this place down?
Did the pew offend you?
No, but I just enjoy it.
I think if we burn it down, the looters will skip over it. I think if we leave it standing, we'll find that it's burned down anyway, and all the valuables are gone.
It's a good plan.
Mm. Ordinarily, I would disagree, but based on the intelligence we've seen so far, you may be right.
Is there
we
a
should-
priest?
There's a old man in robes.
Sir, I'm very sorry that this has to happen, but we would rather you all had your lives and had a better chance of maintaining your valuables into the future than having a standing church.
I mutter. Sorry, I mutter to anyone who's nearby. He doesn't seem very sorry.
Gosh, just smash
Thaddeus just breaks out into like raucous laughter. Super inappropriate.
The priest reaches his hand out and rests it on your shoulder and kind of nods and says, I understand. We do what we must, but I will need you to take care of my flock and my acolyte. He will carry the torch after I am gone. And with that, you see him kind of pat this younger man on the back, and he steps forward, and the old man just kind of starts walking up towards the altar before just kneeling and starting to pray. And the young acolyte says, he's chosen to stay behind.
Thaddeus sort of shakes his head and just very authoritatively grunts out, "Nobody stays behind."
So we're killing a guy on top of burning down a church.
No, we'll just take him back with us. Is my
We
thought.
don't have time to argue. Grab him and let's get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Thaddeus would let him like sacrifice himself in vain.
Can anything
I'll
be
ask-
done about
I'll-
that statue? I'm worried that
speak-
it'll be conspicuous.
Can I speak to the acolyte?
You can.
Don't have
Uh,
time.
Is this what he is normally like? We've just said we could evacuate everyone. Why is he staying behind? Is he normally?
He reaches out and he just kind of pats you and he says, he was an orphan. This is the only home he's ever known.
It's his house.
He was brought in by the previous priest like I was for him, and he's lived close to 70 years in these walls, serving it, and just
Well, he's
it's
the
too
best
much.
person to rebuild it.
I'll go up to the guy who's praying and say, pardon my interruption, but I know that this is difficult. I know that you cannot imagine a future without this place.
It's not just that. Just go. My
No.
bones are too old to run. I'm too tired. I will just you will take too long. Why are you even waiting? Take
That's
my
for us
flock
to
and
judge,
go.
not you. You are not too old. How old are you?
78.
Ah, you have a good 10 years.
Thaddeus sort of like
That's
turns to
nonsense.
Carmen and that is pretty old.
If you insist on slowing us down, then we will carry you. You can make this easy or difficult. The choice is yours.
He grumbles and like pushes himself up and like he's grumbling and you see him like kind of move over and he picks up a walking stick and he starts like walking towards the door and he's like very loudly like hitting it against the ground with like a thud each time he walks, like to show his anger in this situation.
insufferable fools. Can anything be done about this statue? It will stick out of the ruins, unfortunately.
I mean,
Maybe we knock it over.
You could gently kind of maybe pull it to the ground and
Yes.
back up afterwards.
are we evacuating the people, or are they just
Yeah.
waiting?
Yes, we are, but we also want to
Okay.
conceal the wealth that lies here.
Can we get the people moving while someone does that?
Yes.
That's a big group.
Here, I will take care of the people, and those of you who are larger can finish up here.
I think for this, I mean, we're bringing 30 people across a town, and we know that there's basically an army. I think we should have like a forward scout rather than YOLOing through the streets.
Do you want me to
Agreed.
do it?
That makes sense.
Yes.
Why don't we
So
follow
if
the
that is-
river?
The
I
river
will
might be
follow-
easier.
Yes, I say we go south first.
Go through the woods
Cross.
and follow the river towards the keep.
Agreed.
Can our lizard folk friend help with the water and woods?
I mean, I can swim through that water pretty good. Beyond that, I can help lead a bit.
Thaddeus is going to try to like pull down the statue respectfully, and sort of like if he can, maybe with some help from somebody else, like
I'll
lay it
help
on the
Thaddeus.
side,
No,
like
can
maybe
make
on
strength.
maybe on some linens or something, so it's not like, yeah, we're not like toppling a dictator statue kind of a thing.
Yeah, we're trying
Okay,
to
give me
peacefully
a
destroy.
Yeah, athletics.
strength
or-
check. Strength or athletics, whichever you prefer, with advantage.
Did you want us both to roll or just him?
Just him. You're helping him, so you give him advantage on his.
Okay.
24.
Yeah, you guys are able to pull it down respectfully, and kind of like it's laying there now. Like, yeah, you did good.
We'll sort of pull a sheet over it if we have one, or like maybe one of the banners from the church. Try to make it look like it was looted. And
I'll
then,
scatter oil as around the place. I have 2 flasks of oil. I will scatter it.
Okay. So I put a token out here for you guys.
Thaddeus will maybe bring up the rear in this case, since we have some good scouts ahead.
Who's lighting the fire?
I could do that. I have a tinderbox.
Okay.
Unless we have a
Uh,
reason for someone
Are you
else to.
fast?
I mean, no. I have a 30 movement speed. I'm like a bog standard adventurer.
I'm a bit faster than that. Should I come last? If the
No,
druid's
we
leading
need-
us.
We need your eyes up front. We
Someone
need to
else
see
just
what's
said that
ahead
they'd
of
be
us.
lookout.
Yeah, I can keep a pretty good lookout on things from up front too. So we need one good in the back front, one good in the back. I think that's a good idea. Him and behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We light the fire and time to go.
Shall we cross the river if we can?
Well, we shouldn't need to cross the river because we should be following it to the hill, I think.
Yeah, we're just instead of going through the town, staying kind of on the outskirts.
Yeah, just so
Very
we can
well.
avoid any troops that may be lingering behind type of thing. So since we have 30 civilians, we probably don't want to have 30 people killed on accident.
Lead the way. I see something.
So as you're moving through the forest and things like that, you see at the bed of the other side of the river what looks to be one of the bandits leaning down. He's filling up a total of 3 water skins.
Do
Wait
I
till he's
see?
gone. He'll bring his friends will go looking for him if we kill him.
Maybe we can, if we surprise him, we can take him out quickly and quietly.
Oh, I'm not there. Sorry, I'm waiting.
Probably
God
best
damn
if he
it.
doesn't see us to just try keep
I
moving.
motion for everyone to stop and whisper, someone go get the rope.
You could probably see. Can they see me around just along where I am?
Nope, they can't see you.
Oh,
I think he means the party, right? Or
Like 3
Yeah,
feet
can the
tall
party
and
see me?
standing in the bushes.
Oh yeah, the party can still see you.
okay. Okay. They're motioning me to come over. Is that what was happening?
I believe somebody was, yes.
Okay. I'll come over.
I point at the guy and motion for silence and say on the count of 3, let's let loose.
As you say.
And try to be quick and quiet.
Okay. Should we
And
try
I'll
and
ready
try and stealth?
yes, let's try and stealth.
Ooh.
Well, hold on. Because I was gonna ask beforehand. Do you have the sharpshooter feat?
Me? No.
Yes. Now you all did choose your 1 bonus starting feat, right?
Oh, did we? Do we get a bonus
No.
feat?
Correct.
Yes. You do get a
Oh.
bonus feat.
I did not choose a feat.
Me neither. Let's see.
Sorry, I missed that, unfortunately.
Nope, it's perfectly fine. I just want to make sure before we continue. That way there's no gruff feelings. If sharpshooter would have been a feat you would have taken if you would have selected.
Okay. I'll have a read of them. I won't use it today, but I'll have a read of them and see which one sounds more like my character, more me.
Okay. Then we'll continue as if you didn't have it. So
Yeah.
you're going to let loose the arrow, and you are going to hit him because you actually do have advantage on this.
Oh, that was just me rolling to hide.
Oh, sorry. I see the stealth down there now. So you're not super well hidden, but he hasn't noticed you.
Okay. Is the halfling ready?
Yes.
Okay. You gonna count down?
Okay, let's count down. So 3, 2, 1, and vicious mockery.
Okay, you hit with your bow attack, and you hit with vicious mockery. Roll damage for me.
Good.
So you guys, tell me how you take him down.
He hears a voice seemingly from nowhere that says, "Boy, you pig face."
And as he looks around for it, I will shoot him through the water skin.
He looks up and he goes, "What? Who?" And then as soon as he says that, you shoot him through the water skins he's filling up into his chest, piercing one of his lungs, and he lets out a before he falls into the river.
Mhm. victimless crime.
Huh.
I'm sorry, that was a human being.
Oh, was he? Oh, you're right. Oh, I missed it. Perhaps not. You picked the wrong side. Wrong day, wrong stream. Anyway, we should continue. And be on your guard for more. Maybe some of us should scout ahead to clear a path.
Hold on a second. Do we have somebody join?
Yeah, I won't be able to.
Yeah.
I got the invite like super late from you.
Okay, not a problem. You're welcome to sit in, and at the end of everything, if you have any questions for me, I can stick around, and I can help get you ready for next week, okay?
Yeah, no, I'm familiar with DGT and stuff, so just the sheet, I'm good.
Okay, no worries then. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and continue. As you guys start to move, you see that the body is starting to float down the river.
Which way is down?
Towards the way we need to go. Can I? And we know it'll take us to the mill. It'll go to the mill. So can I race after it, grab it, and pull it into the woods?
Make a athletics check for me.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mm. It's a 9.
You're not going to be able to catch up to it. You come close, you try.
Can I try?
Anyone who wants to try can try.
Doesn't the druid have a whip?
Yeah, I guess I could try thorn whipping it.
I'm going to, as he's thorn whipping, I'm gonna pull out a viol and play a catchy tune and say, whip that son of a bitch, and I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on him. Well, I guess it's not a cast, but I'm gonna use it. But it's a crit fail, so it doesn't matter, does it?
It does not.
Okay, well, I'm gonna grumble and try to do it myself and below me.
You tried.
Well, there's a bend in the river. We have some
This is a fast stream.
precious few moments, right? Let's make a decision. Whatever it is, and go with it.
Probably just let it float down. Maybe people upriver.
Yeah, but they might. I'm suspicious.
We can see the keep. Let's just go.
Yeah, it's probably not worth the time. The sooner we get there, the better.
I'll keep an eye out behind us while the big group of people comes past.
Thaddeus will see the advanced team sort of going and prod the villagers.
Let's go.
Okay, as you guys get closer to the hill and you look up on the hill, you guys do notice that it looks like there is a flying winged cobalt that is kind of scouting out the walls, kind of dodging some arrows. It doesn't look like the guards are taking a lot of shots. Like we discussed last session, they're kind of short on ammunition, and there's another one who's just kind of pacing around the walls with what looks to be a drake next to him.
Have they spotted us?
They have not yet.
I motion for us to stop and wait for the others to catch up.
Shall I stay with the group of people in the woods?
Mm. Well, we can't talk to you. You're too far away, I think. So it's up to you.
We can motion to each other.
Yeah. So I will motion for Rior to come closer.
Okay. What do you need?
I point up and say, "We need to do it again."
They look quite tough.
Plan.
Sorry,
I think I can weaken them.
Probably have people wait back, and then us try to take care of this the best way we can. Either way.
Do all of you have ranged attacks?
Thrombo, you were trying to say something?
I'm trying. Sorry, I'm like having a mental struggle with whether or not. All right, so Thaddeus is going to kind of on his own volition. I assume that he'd be able to see these guys. They're only 200 feet away.
Yeah, you guys can
All
see
things
them.
considered, that's not too far, right?
Yeah, you guys could see them as soon as you kind of exited the wooded area.
So he's going to sort of hang out. Are the villagers like back here still? Oh, okay. So he's going to hang out toward the front of the pack of the villagers and kind of like staying like with them in the village. And then Thaddeus will tell. I'm going to struggle with names. I'm going to call you Rogue and Halfling for now. About the secret entrance here that we came in originally to the keep, which I imagine they probably don't know about until now. So
Yes, but they'll see us when we approach.
We maybe have someone
Where's the secret
distract.
entrance?
There's a secret entrance under the ground on the north side of the keep. That's
There's
how we
only
got into the
3
keep.
of them.
Over
There's
here?
only 3 of them.
It's right up against the wall.
Oh, okay.
There's only 3 of them, though. We should be able to dispose of them quickly.
Before they shout, we don't think that other things in this area will see a flying kobold fall from the sky.
Not if it's quiet. Not if they're on this side. How high up are they?
The winged kobold, he's maybe 12-ish feet off the ground.
Oh, that's nothing. So like they're below the walls.
Yeah, it looks like you guys can see. It looks like they're kind of like scouting out the keep. They're trying to stay as close to the walls and like look. It looks like they stop occasionally and they're like tapping on the walls. It looks like they're looking for weak points.
This is bad. If they find a weak point in the keep, if they find a secret entrance, that would spell doom.
Thaddeus would volunteer to like, assuming we only see 3 of them here, he'd just volunteer to go and like solo engage them for just a moment. I try to buy some time for the villagers to, make kind of a run for it. 150 feet. I'll leave the decision up to you guys, but
probably should make sure they're not other ones on that side. Probably make sure we don't send people right into enemy.
Let's take out these ones then.
Are we agreed?
All right.
Thaddeus will prep the villagers.
Before...
Turn to them and sort of like give them, like when I put my fist in the air, run for us, get inside as fast as you can. But otherwise, stay low, stay here.
Thaddeus, I will accompany you, if that's all right.
Very good. If we die, we die with honor.
I will cast. Let's see, how bloody does Thaddeus look? Does he look okay?
Thaddeus is full health, but he looks exhausted. That is to say, out of character, he has used every feature of both of it. He is a swinging weapon,
Okay,
but he has full health.
I'm gonna gonna pull out my little I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration, my last one.
Feeling emboldened, Thaddeus nods and says, "Ready."
Okay, and I'm gonna give myself heroism.
So Thaddeus will kind of, I guess, to help me remember your names, guys. I don't want to keep calling you Rogue. And actually, I wrote it down somewhere on my desk here.
I mean, they're written there, right?
Oh, fair enough.
I'm Riord.
Odin and Riord. So I'll turn to Riord and Odin specifically, and like, when I run in, as soon as they notice me, shoot the one out of the air.
I'll do my best. Good luck.
Sort of grunts. And how close? I guess is a question for Par. How close do we think we can get without being noticed based on this hill? Like, what's the incline? Do I think I could like be noticed right when I'm up here, or will they notice me as soon as we start to make the approach?
Make a stealth roll at the base, and let's go from there.
Oh, gross.
DM.
I know, I'm so mean. Oh, go for it.
Sorry, it said I expended all my spell slots, but actually I hadn't used a single one this whole time, and I just had it set to 1. So.
Nope, that's fine. I was actually going to ask you about that here in a second.
Okay, good.
Okay. You.
Can I get
I'm just
down
gonna...
into? Oh, sorry.
Nope. Go ahead.
Can I get down into the riverbed and like hide in the incline around? Oh, sorry. Around the riverbed or bank?
You could, yeah.
I'm gonna stay kind of back towards the villagers, just to make sure nothing comes out of the trees.
Yeah, good move. Is 17 stealth good enough to not be noticed until I... Oh.
Roll stealth for me, Riverbank.
I did.
Oh, okay. I saw it. So they haven't noticed you, but you have noticed that it looks like there is a couple of cultists and a drake kind of digging around in the forest, and it sounds like they're calling for somebody that's missing.
Oh.
Probably that guy we killed.
Yeah. I will, can I sort of half-heartedly shoot an arrow sort of over here just to attract my party's attention?
Yes.
And when they look, I'll just point over the river and give myself horns on my head or something.
Works for me.
Shit. Wow. This is bad. This is bad.
So when Thaddeus gets up here, he'll sort of stop now that he has an elevated position, and I'd like to try to do my best to take stock of, like, specifically to see where that army was, where we, like, to look, kind of just survey the countryside, I guess.
You see what looks like the tail end of them. Actually, angle-wise, you wouldn't be able to see. You don't see them.
Okay. That works for me, actually. Do I see these guys and our rogue?
You can see our rogue. The rogue is the only one who currently has eyes on them, and he's trying to signal to you guys.
But we did see his signal, though, right?
Yeah, there's nothing obstructing you guys from seeing that. It's your choice if you see it or not as a player.
I'll move over to the rogue, and can I see now?
Yeah, from there you'd be able to see the bandit on the far left.
Okay. How many are there?
Get down, they'll see you. It's 3 of them.
I'm already down. I'm only 3 feet tall.
They're looking for the guy we killed. I told you we shouldn't kill them.
Thaddeus is gonna sort of like look to the rogue and the bard down there and kind of wave and like give a thumbs up with like a silly grin. He's got like an axe in his hand.
Yeah, we have
Oh, here
to
we
kill
go.
them. If
I'll
we-
load an
we
arrow.
hadn't-
Okay, let's roll
Nonsense.
for initiative.
Will we get a surprise round here?
You guys are getting a surprise round, aren't you fancy?
That makes such a big difference for me.
Sorry, I rolled a 5.
Who said that?
Me, Odin.
Okay, hold on, I'll add.
I forgot to click myself.
So my old initiative is still here. I'm just gonna replace it with my new one, if that's all right. Or I have 2 of them now. I think we didn't end the old turn order.
Yeah, that was my fault. I forgot to remove all turns.
There's 2 of me. There's an 11 and a 5 because I rolled twice. So that's okay. Sorry.
Nope, that's my fault. I thought I cleared it.
Roll 20 is not very convenient sometimes.
Okay, I have everyone in there, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, what are these green things? Oh,
It is a drake, so it's a medium-sized dragon.
okay.
Yay. Is this one a blue one or a green one or a...
It's green, but it's not a true dragon. It's a drake.
Yeah.
If you think you'd be able to pinpoint what type of dragon it is or drake it is, let me know and I'll let you roll.
Well, my backstory is defending small towns from drow and dragons and the dangers of the Sword Coast.
Okay, so yeah, you'd be able to identify that it's an ambush drake.
Okay.
Can I roll a check of some kind, like maybe history or I don't know.
Sure, go for it.
Maybe I've read about it.
Yep, you can also tell that it's more than likely an ambush drake.
Which means what exactly?
You would know that it thrives off attacking its victims in surprise, and that it usually roams in packs, and that its most dangerous weapon is its teeth. And also, you would both probably know that it's the most dangerous thing you guys have bumped into so far.
And there's 2 of them. This is great. Just
Okay,
great.
who was up first? Thaddeus was up first, wasn't he?
With a 13? Wow, okay. I'll take
Yeah.
it.
So go for it, buddy. We're all
So, Thaddeus, not knowing anything about drakes or dragons, but seeing this creepy crawly lizard thing that looks like it would be glorious to kill, stands up and rushes at it with his great axe and tries to, like, not knowing anything about its head or its tail being dangerous, just tries to hit it right in that face.
Is it too high off the ground?
The 14 to hit.
Yeah, you hit it and you do a number on it.
Yeah. It's sort of like realizing that we're kind of supposed to be quiet here. He just belts out this.
And it is bloodied.
And I don't think I can do anything else, but I'm going to look. Yeah, I'm all spent up. That's it for me.
Right, Cass is gonna run up close to the Drake as he can. Actually, about halfway up the hill. Then pull out a stick and try and thorn whip it.
Okay, you hit. Yeah, he's looking really.
And that will end my turn.
Now,
Okay, Carmine.
is this a surprise round first, and then we go back to initiative?
Yes, it's a surprise round.
So I'm going to move to right about there. I think that's within 30 feet ish.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Right?
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, so and then I'm going to cast Bane on the 3 of them. Because I think I can get 3, right? Yeah, 3.
Yeah, I believe you can.
It's a charisma saving throw. DC 13.
Yeah, they all fail it.
So it's a negative D4 whenever they attack or make a saving throw.
Roger that.
And that is my turn, I believe.
okay. Aiming for the one with the wings. I will go for a shot. Oh, 210.
Do you have a bardic inspiration you haven't used?
Was it me or I thought that was Thaddeus getting it?
Yeah, I gave it to Thaddeus.
I thought you gave out another one earlier.
No, I gave one to Thaddeus and the other to Thrombo.
Okay.
No,
Roger
no.
that.
So
Oh,
Thaddeus
no,
and
sorry.
Thrombo are the same. He should have one because he rolled a crit fail and wouldn't have presumably used it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That was,
Okay. Okay. As long as you guys are keeping track of that, I always try to remind
I think,
that.
yeah, I think it was Hex or Cask or whatever its name is.
Okay.
And Thrombo who had it.
Okay, no worries. So you barely miss. It kind of whiffs right by him, and kind of hits against the stone wall and falls down.
How much noise are we making here?
Then
No more than everything else that's going on and around you.
Okay.
can I What's the distance? Okay. Okay. I'll stay where I am. But can I try and move over and try and hide in a different area of the bank?
Yeah, roll stealth for me.
He's this guy.
Oh.
Yeah, so you were not able to, unfortunately.
Oh.
Like, you did your best.
He's that guy that's gonna hide every other action.
Odin, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna vicious mockery the big ugly green thing. Say, you look like a 3-day-old piece of toast.
Savage.
Okay, that hits.
That's my turn.
Okay, and we're starting from the top now.
Thaddeus will do his best to finish the job. An 8. I'll give it a shot.
Okay,
So a 10 to hit.
you just barely miss it.
All right, that'll be my turn. Oh, sorry. Thaddeus is also going to, like, while he's fighting this thing, try to see if he can catch the attention of any guards that might be on the battlements up here. Just try to get them to, like, see what's happening and hopefully respond in kind with, we got them to shoot these guys in the front with arrows. Maybe if they're still up there.
Okay, as you're trying to get their attention and everything,
He's
you
just
do
kind of
see,
shouting up.
Yeah, you do see one of them kind of like run, and it looks like he's going back down the battlements real quick.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
So the first cultist is gonna run up towards you, Royod. Am I saying that?
Pretty odd.
Royod. But he's not gonna be able to get all the way across the river, so he's kind of still moving and kind of like pushing through the river, kind of swimming a little bit, and he's like coming right up at you.
Oh. Well, they're coming.
Same thing for you, Conviction. Like, he's in the water and the river, but he's whistling as he's going.
Whistle while you work.
Okay, Cask, you're up.
Cass is just gonna run up to the Drake and Primal Savage bite it. Four acid damage.
Okay, tell me how you take it out.
He just runs up to it and just tears at it, bites into its neck, and pulls out its throat. And then he's gonna turn and look at the kobolds, and Draconic say, "Run! Reinforcements are here."
Do me a favor and roll intimidation.
Oh, I have bardic inspiration though, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure it'll help.
It's kobolds. You never quite know.
It's up to you.
Oh, it's a D6.
It's only a d6.
I rolled a D4.
Well, the D6 didn't do me much good.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not enough. Like, you see them start to take, like, kind of back up, but then like they kind of bolster themselves with a little bit of oomph, and like it looks like they're getting ready to move towards you guys.
All right.
Okay, you're up.
Okay.
Reorg.
Within it, he's not within 5 feet, is he? Or he is?
He's close enough that you could do what you want to do, probably.
Okay. I'm gonna just throw my short bow onto the bank and pull out my rapier and leap on him while he's in the water.
Just to clarify, are you trying to physically leap and stand on top of him, or
Yeah.
leap at him? Okay, roll acrobatics or athletics for me.
Oh.
With advantage. I'll give you advantage.
So it's a 6.
7.
Well, 7. With
7?
advantage.
Yeah.
So you managed to jump on him, but he just kind of like you guys kind of like have this weird thing going for a second where you're like trying to bounce on him, and he ends up just kind of like flipping and knocking you off with him, but he's on his back and he's just like splashing everywhere now in a panic also.
I'm in the water. So I miss with my attack.
No, you haven't
Yeah.
missed with your attack yet. You just weren't able to jump and stand on him.
Oh, okay. Can I? Is there a penalty for using a rapier in the water?
No, go for it.
Okay.
Okay, you hit. Roll damage for me.
Ooh.
Tell me how you take him out.
Oh, well, he's swimming and struggling, so I'll just swim up to let the current pull him to me, and just try and make it quick.
Yeah, you just kind of like stab him and you get him like right through the heart. You see his hand like reach up and like clasp his chest for a second before like he just kind of goes limp and starts to float down the river.
Can I pull him out? Oh, that's probably. I've got my cunning action, but I don't think I can use it for that.
Excuse me, sorry.
If not, I'll just try and use my cunning action to dash out of the water.
Yeah, go
If I
ahead. You can I'd say you can use your cunning action to do that. You still have movement left.
Okay. So I can bring him with me?
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Okay. I'll just pull him onto the bank so that the river's not going to float him away. And that's me.
Nice.
Is the guy in front of me in melee range or no?
I'll say yes.
Well, I don't want him to be. Alright, so then I will just take a swing at him with my warhammer and just one of my hands as I have my shield.
Okay.
I take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. I mean, assuming 22 hits, of course.
Yeah, so he's bloodied. You get him good, but he's not quite down. Like, but the river does catch him after you hit him, and he kind of loses his footing, falls back in it a little bit, and kind of floats a little bit away.
Like, how far away?
About there.
Do I get an opportunity attack since he left me?
He didn't really flee.
Oh, okay.
It was the result of you hitting him, so I'm gonna go with no this time.
Just checking. You never know.
I mean, I appreciate it. Like, I would take any opportunity to attack also.
It's worth a shot.
And then that's my turn.
Okay, the kobold up there, he's gonna kind of just like pull his dagger out, and he's just gonna run and just like jump at Joe here. Like no self-preservation option at all. Like he's gonna just run and jump. And yeah, he misses and just kind of tumbles down the hill.
Ooh.
That should tell you how good I'm doing on my rolls. So the winged kobold, he's going to start to kind of like fly away. Like he saw you guys take the Drake out and just kind of nimbly dodge out of the way of that amazing kobold that he knows should have stabbed you. And he's gonna try to fly away from here like he's running away. Okay, Odin, you're up.
Okay. So none of these guys are in melee, right? So, Okay. Now here's a question. So, if I do dissonant whispers and they're in melee, then the person they're in melee with gets an opportunity attack, right?
Yes.
Okay, so can I hold an action where I cast Dissonant Whispers until they're in melee range?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay. Which one do I pick? I'm gonna do it with this big ugly guy.
Okay.
Actually, is our druid friend close enough to get there? Not really. That's a problem. In that case, I will save my spell slots and Vicious Mockery this guy here. Because the Drake already has disadvantage from Vicious Mockery, right?
Yes.
Okay. Or another option is, oh no, they're too far away, huh? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that then. So one Vicious Mockery.
Tell me how you take him out.
I'd say, oh geez. I'll say, your mom is so fat that I thought she was a gray ooze. And then he like goes cross-eyed and falls face first in the water.
My mother was a beautiful woman!
Okay.
Okay, yeah. You take him out. He yells his ghostly wail about his mother being a beautiful woman before he just goes limp in the water and the current starts to take. Okay, and the Drake over here, you guys, Conviction, you can see him through the woods, and you notice that when the bandit that Odin just killed dies and he quits whispering or whistling, that the Drake looks confused and just kind of starts stomping around, kind of looking like he's getting his bearings before he tries to charge at you because you're the first thing he sees.
Cool.
and he manages to get to the other side of the riverbank, and he's just kind of staring you down from there. Okay, Joe, you're up.
Joe is going to break into a run after. Well, actually, I don't even know if I need to. I'm not sure. Are we doing center to center? This might actually matter. Maybe not. Yeah, Joe's going to sort of hold his position for now and just drop his battle axe to the ground and grab at one of his javelins and just try to do his best to like take 5 steps forward and just heave it through the air, despite the fact that it is like an Olympic toss to get there. So it's a roll with disadvantage. So it's a 16 to hit.
Tell me how you take him down.
So the javelin sails through the air and pierces his wings, sort of pinning them together. Not doing a whole lot of damage on its own, but then he just plummets to the earth into like a crumpled heap as he hits the ground. And then from my movement, how does this guy look in here?
He looks healthy. He looks good. He's kind of like still a little dazed. It looks like he's trying to like stand up and dust himself off from falling down the hill. But he doesn't look like he's doing too bad.
So I use my action, but I have my movement. What I'd like to do is actually just do like a running dive at this guy. I can't grapple him, but more or less I'm just trying to like, I'd like to land on top of him and squash him. And if you don't want to allow that like to do damage, I'm perfectly fine with that. It's just for flavor, really.
Okay.
I'm gonna run up to him. So my battle axe, just for clarity, is still up here because I can't pick it up right now. I have weapons all over the place. I have a javelin over here as well.
See that? Hold on 1 second. 1 second. So, just to clarify, as I look at the rules on various things, you're running and diving at him. Roughly, in your words, how high are you getting? Because I know you're running down the hill. I don't know when you're making your jump to try to land on him. About from wherever you land to the highest point down onto him, how many feet do you think that's going to be?
I would say he'd be comfortable falling like 15 feet. I mean, he's pretty sturdy. That's a lot to fall.
So,
I certainly wouldn't be willing to do that, but he might.
So, rules is written for a falling object damage at 10 feet does 1d6 for every 10 feet. So you'll roll 1d6 worth of damage.
I'm fine with that. 1d6 damage onto Joe.
Yeah, no, for onto the kobold and you.
All right, let's do it. 6.
So I'm gonna point this out. One, you're gonna tell me how you do it and how you take him down. 2, that technically counts as a critical success kill. So you will get an item at the end of it, and I can honestly say this is the only time I've ever handed out a treasure card for a falling damage critical kill. So tell me how you take him out.
Let me take my 6 hit points off. This is very, very odd. This is new for me too, I will admit. Joe sort of, his main goal is to like wrap this guy up and try to make sure that he can't approach the villagers, and he just hurls himself without any like concept of consequence off the hill, free falling through the air on an arc. And his aim is a little too good as he sails into this creature. Its back is to him, so its spine sort of jab into him with a good deal of force. But the bulk of the half-orc just presses the kobold's nose and mouth like straight into the dirt, where he just suffocates with the Joe on top of him as Joe tries to like get up.
Okay, does that conclude your turn?
Yeah, I don't think I got anything else.
Okay, Cask, you're up.
All right. Cask is going to run up to the other side of the building to make sure the path is clear.
Okay, you don't see anything?
All right, and he'll start to motion towards the group of civilians to start coming his way. And, one more
Okay.
turn.
Okay.
When this guy comes down to the edge to where I am, can I just grab him and pull him out as well?
Yep.
Would that use all my movement?
No. I'll say you. I'll let you do that as a bonus action.
Okay. Can I move and dash this way to grab the bodies?
Yeah.
Really?
What bodies are you trying to grab, though?
I'm
Are you
trying
just
to
trying
grab
to-
this one, and I know this one's in the water, but I don't know if I'll be able to get it in time.
I'll give you the winged cobalt.
Okay.
Grab my
Is that going to
javelin.
be the end of your turn?
Yeah. I'll if I can, I'll pull out the javelin, but that's the end of my turn.
I'll let you pull out the javelin. So, as you complete your turn, the body continues to go down the river, and when it gets right about here,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
you guys see a group of kobolds see it and start running out of the woods.
Oh shit.
Carmine, you're up.
All right. Do I see the kobolds or no? I mean, they're like 250 feet, right?
In the middle of a fight, probably not.
I was going
there's
to say probably not at the angle you're at,
there's a
and
hill
the
there.
distance,
right?
and the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna hit the lovely dragon with my warhammer.
Okay, crush it.
Yeah. 13.
So you managed to do a, you do manage to hit it, but it's a
Glancing
glancing
blow.
blow. It kind of hits its natural armor that it has on and kind of doesn't do as much as you would have liked. So he does take 8 damage, or 4 damage.
As I hit him, I go, "Shoot, doggy, shoot!" Get the fuck out of here. That's it. It's my turn.
Okay. As the kobolds see the body, they kind of first run up to the bank, and you see one of them like try to pull him out, and they're like trying to talk to him for a second before they realize that he's dead, and they leave him on the bank here. and then they all start moving towards you guys, because they do see kind of you guys over there and kind of put 2 and 2 together.
Couldn't figure the guy was dead, but they could figure out where he killed. We're the ones that killed him.
Okay, and that's going to end their turn. Odin, you're up.
Okay, so this thing's in melee, right? And how's it looking hit point wise?
It is, and it's not yet bloodied.
Okay, so I'm gonna move to just within range and cast Distant Whispers.
I'm sorry, you said that as a reaction, didn't you, for when it went into melee range?
What? No, I ended up not doing that, actually.
Oh, okay. I thought I turned around and wrote my notes down wrong. I was about to feel real bad.
No, it's all good. I would have reminded you, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I ended up just doing a cantrip, so I'm just gonna do it now. So.
Okay, that hits, and it does look bloodied now.
Okay, does he fail the save?
Rolling for it now.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
Oh, let's see. So Parman gets an opportunity attack?
Yes, he does.
Alrighty. Warhammer. I choose you. That was horrible.
So I will let you choose. You can either take disadvantage on your next attack,
No, I don't like that.
or the next attack against you have done with advantage, or you can take disadvantage on the next attack you do.
He can have advantage.
Okay, so you swing your warhammer, and just again, it hits that armor. You're like spot on though. You hit it, but it just kind of glances off, and it causes you to lose your footing for a second. Okay.
Cool.
And he does 6 piercing to you. Because he like, as he sees his opportunity right there when you've kind of lost your footing, he reaches out with his maw and just kind of bites down and like gets your leg.
Alrighty.
Okay, Joe, you're back up.
This guy would have had to move like 30 feet away, right?
Yes.
From, oh, I guess from Odin. All right.
Like in reality, he's like a lot closer. I'm just trying not to overlap
Yeah.
his token.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Joe is going to stand up, which unfortunately takes half his movement. He's going to run and then use his action to dash back up to his warhammer. He'll collect his warhammer and then move along the wall. And he'll shout up to the wall, "Kobolds to the southwest, volley now!" Sort of just hoping that these guys kind of got their shit together in the last 20 seconds or so. And that'll be the end of his turn. Can't do anything else.
So as you yell that, you see the remaining guards that are all in there. They all kind of pop up on the wall, and they all let loose an arrow. And you just see a small hailstorm of arrows just starting to litter and hit the kobolds up front.
Oh, more bodies in the river.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I think the river's
Don't
a lost
worry.
cause at this point, but
I do a lot of running.
Okay, Cask, you're up.
All right, I'm just going to continue to run around the building, make sure the path is clear, and leading the civilians. And as long as it is, that'll end my turn.
Yep, they're right behind you. Okay. Riord, you're up.
Praise be Lord and
Okay. I'll drop the winged kobold. And how much movement is it gonna be? I can get to there. Yeah, I'm just going to move, dash, and cunning action to there,
Oh Jesus, he's about after those guys.
and then get low so the archers can still shoot over me.
Okay. Okay, you're up, Carmine.
Now, is he now farther away? He's not in melee range anymore, right? Or did he
No,
come back
he's
to
not.
me?
He's kind of like not there right now. Like he's like, it's hard because of the map, but he's about, I'd say, 11ish feet away from me.
Okay, I just didn't want to. I wanted to use the light crossbow, but not if it was at disadvantage because he's right in front of me, right?
Yeah, you'd be able to use your light crossbow without disadvantage.
All right, so I'm gonna pull out the crossbow and shoot him.
Sorry, my
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
I mean, I rolled a 1 for damage, but 3 points of damage.
I mean, he's looking rough. He's still going, but he's looking rough.
That's my turn.
Okay, the remaining kobolds are gonna like start advancing, kind of pushing bodies out of the way as they go. Odin, you're up.
Okay. Let me see. I'm just gonna vicious mockery this thing again. Okay, DC 13, 1 psychic. I added my feat and it gave me +1 to charisma, so my modifier went up, so my DC went up. In case you're wondering. So
I figured.
yeah,
So you do hit.
great. Is a save, a fail, or success?
Oh, it's a fail.
Oh, fail. Nice. Okay.
He failed.
Wow. These
So-
saves have been hard.
Huh? Say again?
Yeah, I was just saying it's like it's funny how my DC's crap, but they've all been failing their saves. And
I mean, they're not
they're not
exactly.
the wisest of creatures.
Well, and they all take a D4 to all their saves.
Yeah, that Bane is
Yeah.
helping. Yeah, that's right. I
That
forgot
Bane
it's
is
not
Bane's wrecking them, to be honest with you. Like this one, he rolled a 6 and a 1.
Oh,
Like his advantage was a 6, disadvantage was a 1, and then -4 to either of those. Like I said,
Yeah.
the dice gods have not been in my favor tonight.
that was a good call. The Bane was a very good call. All right, that's my turn.
Yeah, the Bane's what has pretty much kept you hitting.
Yep.
So he's gonna kind of try to move back up towards you again, to attack. Okay, and he does hit you for 6 piercing. Actually, wait, no, he doesn't, because he has Bane. We just talked about that. So he actually missed.
Nice.
So yeah, that's gonna complete his turn. Joe, you're back up.
So Joe is going to run over here and grab his javelin and just hurl it into the masses here. We'll pick this guy because I won't have. Oh, he'll be the only one in range.
That's a longest line.
And he gets a 10.
It just barely misses.
Joe sort of just howls in frustration. That'll be the end of my turn. Oh, sorry, I didn't mention it, but I grabbed my battle axe here.
Actually, you know what I'll do is because you rolled a D4 earlier instead of a D6. I'll give you the +2 on this to turn around and have you have a glancing hit, so you'll do 4 damage.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's for me.
That way you're not screwed out of that potential due to a misinterpretation.
Appreciate that.
Okay, Cask, you are now where you're at. You would be able to get them in, and you do see that there is a couple of guards, like, kind of standing outside, like, trying to wave to you to get them in.
Yep, I just go. I point to where the hidden door is and just start setting them all through. Keeping an eye out, making sure no one's sneaking up from the other way.
Yeah, they just start filing in.
Would it take my whole turn to get them in, or would I be able to?
Nope,
Use a
wouldn't
movement.
even take a bonus action. You have all of your actions still.
Alright, so then I'm going to dash back to where everyone is, or at least start that way. Is that on my turn?
Can I skirt around the ones coming for me and race up to the one that's furthest away in the water?
Grabbing the body.
So
And
Ass.
so hold on, because I moved the dead tokens so you guys could see that. The two
okay.
that are the furthest down are really just in the cluster of all of them still.
Oh, okay. I'll Just I'll go for the ones in the water then. I'll move up, make an attack, and then disengage and move back.
Okay. You hit. Okay, and he's now bloody.
That's my turn.
Okay, Carmund, you're up.
All right, since he's still not within melee range, I'm gonna pull out my crossbow. Just, why won't you just die and shoot him? Because I roll ones every other turn. He can have advantage. That's fine.
So he yells back in Draconic as you ask him a question. And if anyone speaks Draconic and wants me to translate, I'll be more than happy to.
I do not. I don't.
I do, but I might be out of range to hear it.
Oh, I think you are. So yeah, you do fortunately miss. Do you want him to have advantage or do you want disadvantage?
Well, I'm hoping he won't be here long enough to have an advantage, so I'm going to say advantage.
Okay.
Fuck.
So the kobolds keep pushing up. That one's gonna move right there, and he's gonna take a swing at you with his dagger. And he's gonna whiff it. And their remainders are gonna move right there. And that's gonna be... Yeah, it's gonna be their turn. So, Odin, you're up.
Come on, Odin, kill the fucker.
Well, I'm gonna try to. How bad is this thing looking?
Is not on death's door, it's on death's doormat.
I'll just try hurling another insult.
Oh, that was 2 arrows.
So it hits, and it's going to try to actually run, and it's going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Carmund.
It's not distant whispers. It's just mockery.
Yeah, he's going to realize that he's on his...
Oh, it's his turn now.
His end.
All right,
it's his turn, so he's going to try to run.
Right, yeah.
Alright, try this again.
Okay, tell me how you take him out.
Frustratingly, I just sit there, take my warhammer and just beat him, and then just keep beating him until he just stops moving. Just die!
Yeah, he just kind of explodes around you at an explosion of blood, gore, and scales. Thaddeus, you're up again?
I'm guessing we're going to be done after combat, is my guess. I love you. If you're still watching. I should have a way to know that. Oh, I do. In the top right corner. Here.
So Thaddeus is
One
going
more.
to draw another javelin and run like down the hill, sort of toward where his other javelin would have been, where I guess the glancing blow happened, and he'll loose one at the front runner here.
Oh shit! What did I do? Oh. How do I get out of this? Oh, it's literally just chat there. There we go.
23 to hit, 9 damage.
Tell me how you do it.
So he'll just sort of at range, just rear back and just lurch over forward as he's running with the momentum coming down the hill, sending the javelin forward, and it ends up just sticking out the kobold's back as it falls over backwards and kind of tumbles down the hill.
Okay. And as you run and throw it and you get him, you hear the guards pop up again and let loose another volley of arrows, just decimating the last few that are around you. Your guys' very stealthy rogue kind of is just barely out of the range of the arrows. However, the kobold in front of him does get struck through the neck by one. And with that, we're going to wrap up the end of combat for you guys today.
Sweet.
Just as a point of procedure, I'm going to collect the 2 javelins here that I tossed. So if it was anyone
Yeah, I'll
else.
give you your javelin back. Can I get the arrows that are okay out of the kobolds and pull the bodies out of the water, obviously?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Can I search some of these bodies as I pull them out?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yep, go for it.
Okay. Investigation check?
Yes, please. So you don't find much. The kobolds really don't have anything on them. You do manage to get a drake tooth off of one of the drakes, and off one of the bandits you find a prayer book.
Ah. What's the religion?
It doesn't have one, it just has a symbol on the front of it, and I will post that symbol in notes and references in 1 second.
I'd like to search the 2 bandits that fell near me.
Thaddeus turns toward the guards at the top of the keep and sort of raises his battle axe. It's sort of half-orcish victory yell.
Okay. So I just posted the picture you see on the front of the prayer book in the notes and references, and you were searching the other ones. You
Yeah.
find just a couple of gold pieces and a what looks to be a ornate necklace with the same symbol as that was on the prayer book.
Do I recognize what it symbolizes?
Possibly. Do a religion check for him.
Halfling luck, right?
Yep.
So I re-roll that.
Yep.
Not much
14.
better.
You don't offhand. You feel like you've seen it somewhere, but you can't quite place it.
Alright, well, I'll stow the necklace and the gold, I guess. How much gold was it?
Just 2.
Okay, I'll take it.
And Joe, can you roll me a d12?
Seven.
So as you're going around, you kind of see the the kobold that you kind of jumped on, and basically you see what looks to be a gold coin next to him.
All right, one verbal sword of beheading.
Lucky coin.
What does this coin look like? Is there like a picture on it, or?
It just looks like a just a standard gold coin. When you turn around and you look close, it looks like it has the image of a banshee on it.
Oh. Everybody else would see Thaddeus sort of like pick up like a single gold piece and like hold it to the sun and kind of look at it awkwardly. Just kind of shrug his shoulders, stick it into a pocket.
Is it unusual?
So as soon as you pick
Oh.
it up, the banshee's mouth on the coin opens and just starts shrieking horribly loudly.
Put it down, put it down, put it down.
And it does it for about 5 to 10 seconds before she closes her mouth.
Thaddeus sort of like his eyes go wide for a second as he like holds it and stares at it, and then he just yells back at it. Still puts it in his pocket.
Why are you yelling, Thaddeus?
He kind of shrugs. You know, he yelled at me.
Who yelled at you?
Matilda.
Matilda? Who's Matilda? I don't see any Matilda around.
She's my gold piece. Let's get inside. I'll show you.
Did the winged kobold have anything on it?
Nothing that's worth value. Just some trinkets and a small like handmade doll.
Oh.
So when you guys do make it back inside the keep, there is now 30 plus more commoners than there were before, which I will go through and add them in various things later. But I will let you guys wrap up tonight's session.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, before I forget,
What time of day is it?
it's roughly a little bit past, I'd say like 5 p.m. ish. But
Okay.
as you guys like enter the keep, the guards, they all start like clapping, and you hear them starting to shout.
Yeah! Go! You guys are awesome! Good job! Yeah! Yeah!
I ignore them.
I just nod.
We're just doing what is right. The
Instead of
tide is
cheering, you
turning.
should have been helping.
I mean, they did help.
Yeah, they did help.
They did.
Leave them alone.
Thaddeus would be like, not admonishing them, but like, there's still work to be done.
Especially now that you've got so many mouths to feed. Can I throw the doll from the winged kobold at Tatiana and say, does your upper ranks look so good now?
You'll see. You'll see what they're capable of. I I know what they're capable of. You just think you do. Killed some kobolds, did you? Wow.
I'll show her the necklace I found and ask, does
And the
this
two
mean
masks.
anything to you?
She just kind of turns her head and huffs at you a little bit.
I'll put it on and say, I find it suits me. What do you think?
Take it off. Take it off. That's not for you.
I'll take it off if you tell me why not.
She just like, you just see her like turn around and like bite her lip. She's shooting daggers at you with her eyes.
And
Oh,
I also
so-
found this really good cookbook, and I'll pull out the prayer book with the same symbol on it. There's a really good recipe in here for, I think it's kobold feet, but it's really hard to read it.
So unfortunately, what we are gonna do is I'm gonna wrap up now, and we'll
Okay,
pick up on
alright.
this next session, just because it is 3:20 in the morning for me, and I have work starting at 7.
Sorry.
It's okay, guys. I had a great session with everyone. I had so much fun with all of you at my table tonight. Did everyone have fun?
Definitely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I mean, personally, I really liked everything, and I really like your style. The only, my one qualm is maybe that, like, you having a how do you want to do this on every kobold does get a little bit tedious when we're like going through so many of them at a time, and like I feel like it slowed down combat more than was necessary. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. People feel about it.
I'm fine either way.
Yeah.
I could definitely see, like, I know when I play a bard, trying to like come up with something for every vicious mockery does get exhausting.
Oh, it's impossible. I can't. You can't do it.
Can you repeat one more time for me? Your qualm?
Oh yeah. Well, I was just saying I feel like our combat was getting a bit slowed down by having a how do you want to do this every time you kill a monster, even if it's just like a kobold.
So again, with any of the house rules,
yeah.
if you guys as a group and as a table decide you don't want to do them, we won't do them. Like some people really enjoy the kill cam stuff, some tables don't. You guys let me know what your guys' preference is.
Let's
I
think
really-
about it over the
Yeah, we
week,
can
and
think
we'll
about it.
make a decision early next game.
Yeah, that sounds
Yep.
good. I really like your house rule about whiffing though. I think I might start using that in my own games.
Okay.
I haven't seen that before anywhere actually.
I mean, I'm here to tell a story with you guys, and that's what I want to do. Some
Yeah.
tables, they will, like, some tables love the kill cam, and they'll spend like a whole minute describing each kill, and they just absolutely like feed off of that. Other tables, they don't like it so much, and we don't ever do it. I have one table that not a table anymore because it's just ended Thursday. But they like to only do the how do you kill it or how do you takedowns and kill cams on the big bads. You guys tell me what you guys want as a group.
Awesome. Okay. Well, let's think about that and decide next week, I guess.
Okay.
Well, thanks a lot, everybody.
Of course, and as always, my DMs are always open. If you have any bitches, complaints, gripes, compliments, anything like that, feel free to message me and let me know what you didn't like. And if there's anything you guys want to see more of, message me and let me know so I can try to incorporate it. Also, if you feel you did not get enough spotlight time, message me and let me know so we can turn around and try to make it work for you, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Sounds great. All right. Take care,
Oh,
everybody.
cheers, guys.
Okay,
Have
I'll
a good
see you
one.
guys next week.
Yeah. See you.
See you next week.
See you next week.